Hi guys, and welcome back to Pass and Move. And for today's episode, as promised, the game against Germany in the strangest competition, the European International League Division A. We're still in the group stages, of course, as you are all aware. Now, nothing really has happened since the last episode, which was the defeat against Russia, 3-2. Fedor Smolov managing to get on the score sheet a hat trick as well, and the 85th minute sucker punch winner, I suppose. But yeah, we do face Germany, and it really is just to try and somehow sneak our way into the semi-finals. So if we beat Germany, and that would mean requiring a better goal difference, of course, we can actually still sneak ahead into the semi-finals, as mentioned. And if we draw or even lose, it's not the end of the world. Russia already bottom of the group, having played all three of their games. So I think, pretty much we should be okay. Actually, I just want to double check on something. Oh, it's 4 games. Never mind then. If you do lose to Germany, that could spell trouble. Because then if Russia beat Germany... Well, either way, we'll figure it out step by step. But for now, the last game of this... last competitive game of the year is against Germany, so let's just get into it. Let's show you who we picked for the team at least first. So let's start off with goalkeepers as we normally do. Butland, Hart and Forster are the choices for this England team. Jordan Pickford still, I suppose, just battling it out in the Championship probably. Let's see where Sunderland are. Okay, that's straight. Oh, there you go. Alright, 16th. That's horrible. He really should have moved, in truth, to be honest. But we can't select him as long as he's in the Championship. Heaton, Premier League player for Burnley, 32 years of age. He's only managed 1 cap. Kind of makes sense to go for some other players, but Heaton's is not a bad choice. Just unfortunately for him, other players have played better than he has. So in terms of defenders though, left backs are still Shaw and Rose, no real competition otherwise. But in terms of the right back, there is a bit of a slight change. Klein as always, but it is Ward who wins over Walker, who actually has ended up getting injured anyways. But at the time we were selecting, Ward was playing better than Walker, so it just made sense to go for him a little bit more. In terms of centre of defence though, John Stones is still the only top central defender who is actually performing. He has finally been shifted into a first team squad status, and he's also managed to get himself a new contract, 100k worth, and up to the year of 2022. So finally he's playing for City consistently, and now we can select him as well. Smalling, Keane and Jones all doing a little bit better than previously, but still not good enough to, not enough game time to actually get called up. So we've gone with the likes of Steve Cook, Ryan Shawcross and Ben Mee, some decent players there as well who are actually playing for their clubs. And as mentioned, if you guys have missed out, we always normally go with the category of having to have at least played half the Premier League games available. If you haven't started half the Premier League games available, you're not important enough for your club for us to actually pick you for the England national team. So in midfield, is kind of straightforward. Ellie, Dyer, Henderson, Lallana, always our first choices, so that's solid. Wilshere has his game time has dropped off a little bit, so we haven't selected him. Drinkwater, Chalobah and Shelvey as well as Cork make up the rest of the backup midfield. Chalobah, of course, potentially his first international cap for the senior team. He's playing for Nottingham Forest, and he has actually been featuring for them. Not in incredible form, but at least he's playing the games that are necessary for him to qualify, so we've called them up. Other players just haven't done well enough. In terms of the strikers though, we still do have the usual, I would say. Kane, Berahino, Sturridge and Wilson. The only difference is Wilson, and unfortunately for the likes of Dini and Welbeck Rodriguez, they haven't played enough game time. Rashford the same as well. Would have loved to have played him. His ability has continued to increase, but unfortunately he's getting there for United. He has featured more than in recent seasons, but up until he's really, he's just one game away. He's only one star away from having been selected, to be honest. But I prefer to be picky. He has, played in substitute appearances as well, but we just need to make sure that he's really solidified his status in the team in the same way that John Stones has for City. So he's still a rotational option, but I would say give it this season. Probably by next season he will be a starter, and that way we can pick him more consistently. He is picked for the under 21s. As you can see, he's got plenty of international caps for the under 24 and I think it's more of a better transition. He's managed 35 goals there as well. You know, he's not even in their league kind of thing. He's way ahead of them. But this is the lineup we're going for today's game. Hart, Klein, Shawcross, John Stones, Shaw, Dyer, Henderson, Ali, Lallana, Berahino and Sturridge. Kind of a first choice 11 really. We are playing Germany of course, and we can rest players for the friendly instead after. We don't have to worry about putting out a B team in a friendly. Harry Kane though, we would have loved to have played him, but he did get injured during, after we selected him already. So hopefully he's just fit for the Chile game. We can give him one more cap. But anyways, let's kick off. So we'll play with this formation, and in truth I've been tempted, as you all know, in recent times to actually switch up the formation, and I think it actually has come to the point where it makes a little bit more sense to play a 4-4-2, drop Dyer into center of defense. That way it's Stones and Dyer, and that's a solid defense there. We've got good fullbacks on either side as well, so that way it solidify a bit more than we have been in our central defense lately. Of course, midfield, the 4-1-2-1-2, it means we'll have to select less players, but it would also mean more competition for spots. So the likes of Henderson, Ali, Lallana and Dyer, we can actually just shift them around the field, and that way we'll actually be playing them in positions that suit, not in positions, in roles that would suit them a bit more. So if we've got Ali and Henderson in central midfield, Dyer back in central defence, and Lallana probably out wide, that would not be a bad shout at all. And that way Dele Alli, one of the best midfielders in the English game currently, he's, we'll be playing him in a much more suited role in that 4-4-2. So I think that's the formation that we'll be going for. The alternative, 4-1-2-1-2 is kind of a variation of the 4-4-2. So if we do the actual original flat 4-4-2, we'll see if we can actually get some good performances from the wide men as well. We haven't been playing with wide men as well. The only issue is I'm not a fan of playing. That would have been an incredible goal to score then. As you can tell, of course, 15 minutes to score against Germany would have been a perfect start, really. We are gunning for revenge, as we said in the team talk, and I would expect that to motivate my players enough to actually perform today. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of the direct style of play. The 4-4-2 kind of forces the direct style of play. It doesn't make sense to actually try and keep possession when you're playing a 4-4-2. I haven't had a huge amount of success in the direct style of direct style of play. I prefer possession based because this just seems to make the most sense. My teams normally perform when we play those roles, but we'll see what we can do. It makes more sense to try and adapt to my team. Berahino, second clear cut chance of the game, and yet we haven't scored. Will we be punished for our inefficiency? Normally the answer is yes, and let's see what Germany do here on the counter attack. End the highlight, end the highlight, end the highlight. No, end the highlight. End it now. End it. Okay. Alright. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes after this, I guess, this international period. We might consider playing 4-4-2. It would also allow us to bring in the likes of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who hasn't yet been retrained in another position. So, he's literally just a winger, so unfortunately we haven't been able to call him up. Maybe we can also consider the likes of Sterling and Lingard. We actually haven't selected them for our team because they haven't played enough game time. But if we do play with wingers in our formation, it might open up possibilities for other youngsters as well. We've tried this. It's been started off great, but lately it's been sort of fallen off, so it would make sense to change in formation. But so far in today's game though, we are playing incredibly well against Germany, but we have nothing to show for it, and that is disappointing. And as the commentator says, it's all square despite England's dominance. So let's try and encourage them into better performance. So in terms of what I've been thinking about, what other team to play with if this England save sort of dies out, I was thinking maybe Spain international, managing Spain. Of course, it's a little bit boring to go from international management to international management again, back to back. But Spain's always an interesting prospect who, imagine leading them back to the World Cup, leading them back to winning the Euros again, after Germany's dominance. We also just seen, if you've seen in the news, just recently Germany's under 21 team have won a trophy as well, so their dominance is starting to go from the youth ranks to the top. So we really need to try and, it'll be interesting to try and break that and really transition the Spanish team into a great team. Dele Alli I'm tempted to take off, and I think let's give Chalobah a go. Why not? Henderson's exhausted as well, let's switch Berry here and Sturridge around. Take off Henderson for Drinkwater. Maybe we can encourage our players to somehow sneak in a goal. But yeah, as you can see, stats just point all in our favour. I'm tempted to go into control. Probably should have earlier, but just because we're not favourites, I'm really sort of hesitant to do that. Maybe once we go into control, we suddenly expose ourselves. So we need to be very careful of our next move. But this is a set piece. Chalobah. Ooh, what a back heel to Berahino, and Berahino manages to score. And I think that is pretty disgusting and rude. But either way, we come away with it, and it's 1-0 to us. Germany immediately on the attack. Can we hold them off, or will they expose themselves even more? Chalobah through to Berahino. Can he find someone in the box? Yes, he can. Sturridge, and there you go. England 2, Germany 0. If they score, we'll just go into contain probably. I don't feel the need to because we've dominated this game so far, and we still are. So maybe going to contain will actually invite them in further. So let's just hold off now. Only a couple minutes here, and we'll 2-0 defeat of Germany. England Stadium, Wembley. There you go. Alright. Can't be upset with that at all. So there you go. We've actually played all our games. Germany and Russia are yet to play theirs. But Russia defeating Germany would be the cherry on the cake, really. If they do that, that means we go through based on goal difference. Also, it would be very incredible to see all three teams on 6 points. That's really tight. But yeah, if Germany even get a draw against Russia, we'd immediately just slide back down to the middle of, just stay in the division, which is kind of disappointing, I suppose. It was a target initially. The board actually themselves haven't set a target, so it's not the end of the world. I would have liked to have qualified ahead of Germany and Russia. I think that kind of makes a statement in and of itself. But yeah, we did say we might show you the Chile game, but I think we'll just go ahead and skip that for you lot. I don't think it makes sense to show you any friendlies. They're not any, as interesting they are, they're not really don't hold any significance. In terms of the fixtures in 2019, I'd love to tell you what games we'll be showing you, but there's nothing yet here. I would assume that the Euros qualifications would begin, so that would be a little bit interesting to show you as well. And I would assume that's sometime probably in March. But yeah, so I think that will be all for today's episode. So if you did enjoy it, then please do hit the like button, of course, and as always, subscribe for more Daily Football Manager 2017 content. And once again, thank you all for watching.